Chillin is here. I love Chillin so much. Actually, an amazing human. He's the only person I kind of feel bad about roasting, but I'm contractually obligated to roast you, man. I'm so sorry. Here's a guy that's taken a beating almost as much as Hugo has over the years. The money match with left Chillin with a lot of psychological trauma. It's actually tough for him to watch shows like The Wire or Cops, because they're constantly yelling out, 5-0! 5-0 is here! 5-0, everybody! It's really unfortunate. Gets undivided attention from the BTS audience, gets to talk about whatever he wants. He tells a long tale about how Dunk stole a girl from him at a party. At the end of the night, he was holding the girl's hand while she was making out with Dunk. That's the story you told? That's the story you told? You're like, ah, man, I have BTS's undivided attention. I know what will get me the content I want in the future. I know just the story, guys.
I gotta address all of this, you know, Dunk stole Hugo's girl at blah, 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 blah. Because I actually felt really bad. He's like, dude, you broke the bro code, like, blah, blah, blah. He told me this years later, and I was like, I don't remember it being that bad. So I hit this girl up, right, a couple of weeks ago to see. I was like, what's the story here? I was like, hey, do you remember that time you could have hooked up with me or Hugo at that, like, Smash party? And you ended up hooking with me instead of him. Like, what was the deal with that? Because he made me feel bad. He said I broke the bro code. So what was your perspective? And she said, and I quote, who the fuck is Hugo? Chillin' dude's here. Chillin'. Yeah, everybody give it up for Chillin'. Chillin' dude 829, aka Chillin' dude ate too much, aka the worst. Is it level with me, right? Does he look like Beaver Warrior card from Yu-Gi-Oh? Like right? It's like almost a self-portrait. Yeah. But, Vish, I gotta come clean. This isn't a roast of Hugo. This is actually an intervention about your style, dude. Like, it's borderline whack. I'm sorry, I never had the strength to tell you, like in real life, but since it's a roast, I got it here. Vish, you look like a more lesbian Ellen DeGeneres.
Have you ever been out with someone who invented something? That's right, Hugs invented the technique known as crouch canceling, which is when you crouch in the corner of the airport and cry after a girl cancels all contact with you. But my man Hugs is a man of passion. I know I repeated that. He actually quit his accounting job to pursue Melee full-time. And I didn't think getting repeatedly spanked by Chudat was the dream of anyone, except for maybe chilling in a wild sex fantasy dream.
It's honestly great to be here among such amazing peers who are all proud to have beaten me in tournament. Great work, guys. Really exclusive list you joined there. Just incredible. But enough about Hugo's gameplay. Let's get into how great of a person he is. Honestly, though, his most impressive feat was when he was Mango's coach. I mean, that stint was incredible. I don't know how you turn one of the best players in the world into a full-time streamer, but Tafo pulled it off. Super impressive. Great work from Tafo.
Hugo has a lot of friends in the scene, a lot of close friends, even to the point where a group of 4 of them painted his name, H-U-G-S, on their stomachs. Or they could have fit all the letters on Chillin's stomach. People love to talk about how old Hugs is, but Tafo just turned 30. And Chillin and Dunk are both 29. Vish is actually the only one born in the 90s. Yeah, unfortunately, based off the average life expectancy of Indians, he's gonna die way before them anyway. Hungry Box proved, H-Box himself, he proved that you can be both a successful Melee player and a successful engineer. And Vish proved you don't need the successful part. Vish, your forehead is so big you could fit Chillin' Dude on it. Welcome to the second roast of Hugo Gonzalez. The first one took place actually in 2009 when they had to write his first Smash Wiki page. I'm not actually sure what I'm doing up here. I really haven't been in the scene that long. I only commentate round one pools, and I've never beaten anyone noteworthy. You guys probably know that Hugo got dumped by 2 organizations in the past couple years, but what you don't know is that he also got dumped by 3 women in the same time. I mean, that's so unfair. Look at Mewtwo King. He has 2 sponsors at the same time, and Hungry Box has 3 girlfriends at the same time. Come on! It's so unfair!
But just because he quit his job doesn't mean he doesn't make money. Hugstream is finally starting to take off, but he's not quite successful enough to say the N-word on stream yet. But my man let me know that he will make it a sub goal soon. I like to say that Hugs plays Samus because he likes to test himself. And if you're a woman who's ever hooked up with Hugs, you should test yourself too.
His tweets read like they were written by a 12-year-old. I have one written here. After the NBA Finals, he wrote a tweet that reads, "If you're a Warriors fan and you feel good about this, you should be ashamed of yourself." He spelled Warriors W-O-R-R-I-E-R-S. Daryl is an amazing woman. I know it, you know it, you show it. You show it all the time. You're sprung, man. You're really sprung. In fact, the only person more pussy whipped than Dunk is Vish in his relationship with Nintendo. Hi, Vish. Hi, Vish. How you doing? You know what, Chillin'? You're right. I did get 129th at EVO. But at least I am not best friends with Chudat. And I know why Chudat is always hanging around you. I figured it out. You're the closest thing he's ever gonna have to getting close to a pair of big titties. And you know what, Chillin'? I've also noticed a pattern here. I've noticed a pattern with your rapping. You write a diss track about Leffen, and then you write a diss track about me. It seems that Chillin' only writes diss tracks about the people that are fucking him. Wait a minute. Wait. That explains why we have yet to hear a diss track about your girlfriend, Shelly. Do you ever take charge of your own life? Do you ever just take control? No, you don't. In fact, the only reason your fiance shaved her whole head is because there needed to be a real man in the relationship. But you're the only man on the planet who can do an online show with Blur and not be the pretty one. You still have your barber line you up all the way at the top? Why would you want to show more of that massive thing? Does Dunk go to the brain surgeon and say, hey, doctor, make me more of a dumbass? Does Ludwig wear a Confederate flag and say, I'd love to look more racist?